that all security companies are participating. Anyone can add any person that he knows that he owns a security company, or any officer or security company can add any officer that will act and respond to these things. That's what is happening. Practical, that's what it is there. And remember, when we engage on this, Mike hasn't even, in terms of truck hijacking, marked his vehicles and everything by that time. You see, by this time, as we're talking here, you see, we're talking about hijackings only here, you see.
And are you suggesting that, as with truck hijackings and recovery of those loads, where people are hijacked, 10% is also payable?
No, yeah, I'm talking about hijackings. There's no individual that when they attack his car, he will pay 10% to the company. Individual people, and we are even trackers in this group. Individual people what is this thing? I want to use the terminology. Clients of trackers and other companies. And when security companies and officers or tracker companies respond with officers, they're already clients to those people. They don't pay 10%, or any other security company, because they assist, they're not tracker. They don't pay to 10% to any person.
I'm suggesting to you, Mr. Mkhwanazi, that there is nothing in these charts that show the termination of a conversation about truck hijackings and you interesting Mr. Van Wyk in it, and progression to a different type of group where you talk generally about hijackings. This is a continuation of that invitation you made to him and an opportunity to make 10% of hijacked goods. It's the same exact conversation. And the fact that in one instance that's just referred to as hijackings, it all refers to truck hijackings. And it's because you ran a unit, so-called.
I don't run, I run different units. You see, crime prevention units that deals with hijackings, vehicle hijacking. They also deal with other crimes that are taking place in the city of Ekurhuleni, working with different companies. And 698, my numbers, 2022-07-24-05-44-43. It reads as follows. Are you added at the group? Please confirm this is where hijackings are followed and monitored. And I've said, you even asked that who are you talking to? I said, I won't remember because there are many people there. And anyone can add anyone. We don't even question who are you adding. As long as it's a police officer, or they will ask, who are you? Show us the photo of the vehicle, show us the photo of yourself. You see, because other people, they tend to penetrate this group and do their own things. And it is clear, commissioners. Yeah, it's written in black and white what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to change your mindset. If you want to turn a blind eye on this and respond as if I didn't communicate and respond as if there's no continuous communication in terms of me pushing or engaging other people to add Mike Van Wyk. And so it's not even me. I'm requesting someone who's an administrator to add Mike.
I'm not turning a blind eye. I am just not reading messages that you suggest are there into this chat. They are not there.
No, it's there. 698, page 698.
So,
no, madam, you said it's not there. I'm saying page 698. There is the message.
And I'm saying that the groups you are adding him to are truck hijacking groups.
No, it is a hijacking groups. It deals with any hijacking that is taking place within the city or within Gauteng.
The interpretation I attach, and I think the commissioners have heard the interpretation you attach. At the end of the day, the commissioners will make a determination based on the totality of the chats as to whether these are different hijackings, distinguishing between truck hijackings and other forms of hijackings.
You are limiting crime to truck hijacking. Hijacking is broad.
I'm leaving it on the basis that it's the interpretation I attach to the chats, and I say it's the only reasonable interpretation to attach. You attach a different one, and the commissioners will make a determination as to which is the most reasonable
I disagree
interpretation.
With that. Commissioners, I disagree with this approach. I get this thing from you, madam. I got this document. Sorry for saying a thing. I got this as your evidence, and you presented to me. You have been mentioning pages where sometimes I've accepted, no, this is not what I meant. But when you are supposed to agree, in black and white. You don't want to accept that. You are saying it is me. It doesn't come from me. It comes from you. It is you communicated with Mike. It is you got these things from Mike. And it's very clear in black and white.
But this is communications between you and Mike. Where do I feature in those communications?
You are the one who gave me this document.
No, I'm saying the communications we are looking at there, am I communicating with Mike van Wyk or are you?
You are using this evidence against me. And I'm saying, in the evidence that you are using against me, can you read it? May you please read this paragraph or this sentence for me? 698. You have been saying that to me and I've accepted. May you please read that for me, please? I'm requesting that.
These are your chats with Mr. van Wyk?
Yes, I'm requesting that.
Where you've been able to, and remember, you have explained what you meant or what Mr. van Wyk understood. So I am reading your chats between the two of you, and I say, I draw a certain conclusion. You disagree with me, and I say it's for the commissioners to determine whether my interpretation is the more sustainable one or whether your insistence is one that should be accepted. We can't take it any beyond that point because I'm not, let me finish, because I'm not a part of these conversations. You clearly are. You invited Mr. van Wyk to this good deal of 10% per hijacked truck.
Can I just check this, Ms. Sello, sorry, before you do?
This good deal of 10% per hijacked truck.
Can I just check this, Ms. Sello, sorry, before you do? Ms. Sello, is it, I can't think of another word now, incongruent that in 698, it may well be that they're discussing a general group of hijackings, but it doesn't follow that Mr. van Wyk's company would participate in the other forms of hijacking. So it's from their earlier discussion, they're talking about truck hijackings, but the two of you now seem to be stuck on, was this to join a truck hijacking group or a hijacking group? And from where I'm sitting, it seems it really doesn't matter whether this was a truck hijacking group or a general hijacking group. It doesn't undermine the point you want to make, which is that whatever that group is, Mr. van Wyk's company's interest was just in the truck hijackings incident. Does it really?
Well, mine was having spoken of truck hijacking up to this point, and suddenly groups are about hijackings. I say the reasonable interpretation to attach is that this is about the truck hijacking. That's what the groups are about. Now, and because that is precisely what Mr. van Wyk's interest is. It's in the truck hijackings because that's where he can make 10%.
I think what I'm trying to say is, should you be stuck at, no, it was a truck hijacking group at 698, not a general hijacking group, so which is where you both differ, because for you it doesn't matter, I'm saying, it seems, it shouldn't matter for you whether this is a general hijackings group or a truck hijacking group. The point that you make is Mr. van Wyk's interest in joining this group, which Commissioner Mkhwanazi says is a general hijackings group. His interest is for the truck hijackings part of it.
I don't think I'm stuck on it. I'd made an offer to Commissioner Mkhwanazi that I attach a particular interpretation to the whole series of the chats, and that's the one I'm arguing for. He disagrees with me and he attaches another. So it is for the commissioners to determine at the end of the day which is a more sustainable interpretation. Now, that is what Mr. Mkhwanazi disagrees with. He disagrees with that offer. And he's been raising his hand. Perhaps he wants to clarify.
I'll let him speak. But I think what we want to clarify, and which is what I think you're disagreeing with Advocate Sello, is you say 698 is about a general group of hijackings, yes, not just truck hijackings. The evidence leader says, no, this group, given what you've been discussing about, you've been talking about truck hijackings, this group is for truck hijackings only. That's where you differ with her. What do you want to say about that?
I will raise two things. Number one, she intentionally read it wrongly and I corrected her. She said, are you added at this group? Please confirm this is where truck hijacking are followed. I said, no. It is hijackings. She said, okay. You see. But when she continues, she's referring back to what I've corrected. That means she didn't agree, or she doesn't agree. She wants to change what was right in 2022-07 to 4. I am saying that she's trying to change. She's saying suddenly, because I'm raising truck hijacking, as if she was part of the discussion 2022. She was not part of the discussion 2022. When she says suddenly, that means we communicate, we change it now, me and Mike, and there's no Mike here. This communication was in 2022. Commissioners. But I agree with what you have said. But my worry is that she has changed this. I've tried to correct it. When she continues again, she wants to change this again and say it's a truck hijacking. And it's not done suddenly. It was a communication that was done long time ago, years and years ago.
Yes. Well, I think you both land at where you say the group in 698 is a general hijackings group. Ms. Sello says, no, it is a trucks hijacking group, and you differ. I don't see that you can try to agree about it. And what she's signaling to you is she will say to the commissioners that we must accept what she says 698 means and not what you say it is, because we must look at the previous conversations about truck hijackings. I think that's where you both land. And you can't solve it. I don't think you can reach agreement about this.
And my fair commissioners, she works with you. After 48, I'm not around. Whatever you're writing, communicating, I'm not there to defend myself. If I don't defend myself now, I don't know what to say.
Yes. We've heard you. The transcript records your position. It also records her position. And the commissioners will weigh both versions.
Yes.
Don't be concerned that she works with us. We are an independent panel.
Yes, commissioners. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner. So we will leave it at that point. You and I can't reach agreement on this matter. Okay? No, I'm happy to say you and I can't reach agreement. Let's leave it at that. We'll leave it to the commissioners.
I agree with what Commissioner Walo have said.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you previously were provided with Chief Mapiea's statement, the Chief of EMPD. It's from last year already. I'll project, commissioners, the portion I want to quickly refer to in Chief Mapiea's evidence. His statement, he attached JM4, which I'll project on the screen for our benefit, where he gave the organogram for the EMPD. It will come up now, Commissioner Mkhwanazi. You recall seeing this organogram from Chief Mapiea's evidence. And in particular, I think this is where you, at the time, you sat.
But this is a wrong organogram.
Please say that.
He presented the wrong organogram.
What?
Organogram was changed 2 years before the commission. It was changed 2019, adopted again in 2024, before the commission, and 2023, before even the commission was established. I know why I intentionally raised this and decided to put this. This is a wrong organogram. Linda Klagasha, or HOD Linda Klagasha, HOD Kemi, they've explained the new structure, institutional change. I've also raised it that this was a wrong structure that presented. But it's fine, I will take it the way he presented it, but let it be recorded. It's intentionally presented a wrong structure.
Was this ever a correct organogram?
Yes, before 2019 it was changed. Yes, it was once correct.
It was once correct.
Yes.
Up to which year?
2020. The final one, it was 2023.
2023.
2024, council adopted, no, 2023 December or November, council adopted it. Then we implemented it. Like now, there's an HOD between the city manager and the chief of police. Now the chief of police went down and
Why don't you wait and see the timing of Ms. Sello then? If this at some stage was a correct organogram.
And
Yes.
perhaps then for that we need to go to Chief Mapie's statement where he introduces this document. And he does speak about the changed structure.
No, I'm sorted. I understand the chairperson what was saying. Maybe he presented it now, but it's something that happened 2 years, 3 years back. I'm clear. Thank you.
No, actually, that's not what he did. How he presented, he says, this is the structure as it was before he was suspended. That was his evidence. He noted that since his suspension, there have been changes to the organogram, and he did speak to the HOD introduced between the city manager and the chief of police. But he says that was after he was suspended.
Yes,
so
he was
this
suspended.
is the structure as it was before he was suspended. Do you have a challenge with that?
Okay, no, it's fine.
Okay. Now, in the context of that, at paragraph 60 of his statement, he references the truck hijacking unit. You remember that organogram I showed you showed various units: SWAT, Speed, VIP, K9, Equestrian, DEU, and overloads. Now, he states at paragraph 60 that the truck hijacking unit is a unit you created. It is not part of the structure. And he introduces that notion here with reference to a particular document you had signed. If you look at the body of 60, you do see where I'm reading. He says you created the structure. It's not a formal EMPD structure. Then,
May I come in?
Okay, you may come in.
2022 up until, let me say up until now, but before he was suspended, there are many units that were not part of the structure, that were formed, you see. And as the department, we accepted them, they were operational. For example, you've got drug enforcement unit. You see, that was formed, and it was formed politically by politicians, but it was introduced to the department, it was put under me. It is not part of the structure. It was accepted. There's a position of chief of staff for Ivan. It was not part of the structure. When you check the structure there.
Let me call it up again so that
Yes.
we see it.
Yes.
That blue box.
Yes, not part of the structure. It was not part of the structure. It was formed 2022, 2023.
The point being made is...
And again, no, it's not part of the structure. They report to me. It was not part of the structure. I think even now they're not part of the structure, but they're there. We've got inspectorate that we establish to do follow-up in terms of inspecting our OP books, because we detected challenges in terms of lack of supervisors. We decided to follow that in order to make sure that the institution addresses the challenges that we're facing internally and externally. And they're working, they're issued with uniform, they're having supervisors. We even promoted people in terms of, I'm trying to answer you now. We even promoted people, and we even took people with ranks and deployed them to truck hijacking unit. He may not come here and identify a specific unit that he doesn't want or is having a challenge, because there are many units. In fact, there are other precincts for information, other precincts that were not part of the structure. But you said Egurulane is growing. The challenges of Egurulane they are growing. We can't continue to operate because the structure that we had, it is the structure that was there before even we were employed. When they were starting in 2002, there were no new things that were introduced up until we become part of the management. And we discussed these things as in the management meeting, that we are going to increase our precincts from 19 to 28 or 29, because we've got informal settlement, the city has developed and the precincts that are there, they can't address the challenges. In terms of crime, there are crime patterns that have taken place. There's a challenge of truck hijacking now. And the challenge of truck hijacking, how does it came in? It's because of the people that have taken over the industrial areas, because they're no longer productive. Now it's empty. Then we've got, I don't want to mention a certain nation, but we've got people that are coming from outside that are having stock, doing truck hijacking, everything. We responded to that. The issue of DEU, we identified that there's a challenge of drugs within the city. It is growing, it is affecting our people. Social crime can just come to counseling, but we need a unit that will hit very hard and targeting those that are selling those. That's why we introduced those units. And there are many units and prisons that are not part of this structure. I'm talking about the old structure. I'm not talking about the new one.
Yes,
I'm saying
yes.
there are many units at that are, even now, we are issuing them uniform, we are issuing them vehicles. From the logistics side, they are allocating them all these resources. But because I don't like certain unit today, I will come here at the commission and talk as if it's only one unit, one precinct. We're even taking resources from the precinct that were well established, that were established long time ago, and say, no, guys.
Is that still answering the question?
Yes, Chair. Yes, Chair. I'm saying it's not only on personnel, on resources, on uniform and other things. We're allocating to these units and everything. And when they're bringing success, we're all celebrating. It's glory to everyone. And we are sending these successes to provincial and national, that this unit, like this truck hijacking unit, they came in, they made difference in terms of this. The successes that everyone was accepting. I was presenting that to management of specialized and operation, Deputy Chief Mzolo. I was presenting that to the council. When the council was sitting, all of us would present monthly, weekly stats. It was adopted that they are doing good and everything. But it doesn't mean all of them, they've even done flaws. You see, why are we specifically identifying these ones? Thank you, Chair.